Sir,
All right. Let's look at the answers. I wish to write something actually on the board. It's been a while. So question number one, can you share the PDF on the group? What you say is hardly any bearing dash the lives of tribal. Tell me the answer. On. Correct answer is option C. Question number one, the answer is option C. Now, what is the meaning of this word bearing? Bearing means effect, consequence. Bearing on, effect. So if I change the word bearing with effect, what would be the answer? Would it still be on? What do you think? If I write instead of bearing, if I write effect, then what would be the preposition is the question. The correct answer is it will still be on. Now, what we are trying to understand is there is something called theory, there is something called practical. For competitive exams, you have to be practical along with being theoretical. Let us look at the structure of the sentence. You see what is happening. If I change the word here, there doesn't seem to be an effect on the preposition in this sentence. So for this sentence, what we are observing is this, what we can deduce is this preposition is actually dependent on this word lives. Not on before, but in other sentences it can change. Okay, we'll keep a track of this. Let's go on to the next one. I'm ready to say this dash her face. What do you think the answer is? Question number 2. Okay. The correct answer is you're confused between B and C. C and D. Okay. The correct answer is option D for Delhi. That is on. My question is, why not in? Can it be in her face? Can there be some expression which says in your face? Is that possible? Is in your face, yeah, in her face possible? And we are contrasting this with on your, yeah, on her face. What is the difference? Is there any difference in meaning? This is the question. If something comes in your face, it means it shows or it is shown forcefully. You do something, somebody criticizes you, it comes in your face. That is where we use in your face. On your face has a physical meaning. It means in front of your head. All right, we'll go on to the next one. Question number 3. She was a devoted wife and looked dash her husband. So we are on question number 3. Looked. And there are options given, isn't it? We have looked after, looked by, looked for, looked to. So let me go in the reverse direction from D to A. Let us try to look at the options. Looked to. Can there be a sentence? Does it make meaning, some meaning? Look to, is it possible? Do we use it? Do we look to someone? We look up to someone, but look to is also, is it possible? Yeah, look up to means what? Look up to will mean what? Inspired. When we say look to someone, he looked to someone for help. So which means look to means rely. Relied. Rely. Okay. Now, what about look for? Is that possible? Look for, yeah, looked for. Search. Correct. And the last one is looked after, which means what? To take care of, isn't it? This happens to be our answer, which is option D for Delhi. Isn't that correct? Is it D for Delhi? After? It is A. Okay. We are on number 4 now. He dispensed with the services dash his dishonest clerk. Okay. Dispensed with means yes, correct. To get rid of. You see, there is a preposition here also, but we are not discussing about it. Have you observed that it is dispensed with? It is not dispensed and with separately. We are combining it together and saying dispensed with as one unit here. So did you observe that this preposition may be a little different from some of the other prepositions that we use, which we use independently? Did you also notice that this dispensed is what part of speech? Any idea? What part of speech is dispensed? Verb. Verb. It's a verb. So combination of verb with preposition. What is it called? Is it a phrase? Okay, we'll discuss about. Good, that at least we are aware of it is something. Let me write it now then. This is called phrasal verb. And phrasal verbs are very important for exam. They will come. It is such that if you ask me a question, why with dispensed, why not on, why not after, why not something else? So for phrasal verbs, there is no rule. We have to remember it as it is. So it is usage based. This part of English is English usage. So it's usage based. There is no reason, there's no logic behind it, no rules behind it. However, there are in other aspects of prepositions or other grammar will have rules. Okay. With the services, the correct answer for number 4 is off. OF off. It's already there. So it is option A, right? Option A. Option A. Okay. India is committed dash a policy of peaceful existence. This is easy because is committed to, even in a relationship we say committed to, isn't it? So it's rather used often. Is my spelling correct? Check. Earlier there used to be these questions of spelling correction. Sometimes it comes in SSC and other exams. In TPSC you can sometimes find these questions where they'll ask for a spelling correction. India is committed to. Now if I change the word, if I rewrite the sentence using the word commitment, then what happens to the preposition? Say India's commitment dash a policy of peaceful existence is continuing. If we write a sentence like this, what happens to the preposition now? With, you're saying with? No. Even then, in this case, for commitment, in this case, it will be to. India's commitment to. Agreement with. So let's discuss about agree, since we just mentioned it, even though it's not there in this particular question. We agree with someone and we agree to a proposal. I agree with him, but I agreed to the document, I agreed to the proposal. I agree to his views. Even views, it is actually with his views because it is his. So the trick is agree, we use with. This is a thumb rule. Thumb rule means which is unwritten, but you have to understand like that. The thumb rule is when people are involved, use with, otherwise use something else. All right, then we move on to the next one, which is number 6. Sometimes we have to put dash with irksome or unpleasant situations. Irksome, what's the meaning? Yes, irksome. Irritating. Put up. The correct answer would be option D. Put up. Put up means what? Adjust, tolerate. Next one. I'm angry. You see, with. Agree with, angry with. Why? Because it is a person. I'm angry with him, dash his carelessness. Yeah, I believe it is number 7. Angry with him for his carelessness. So, what is the difference between for and of? So, institute for career advancement. Now, some people write, when they write letters to me, often unpleasant, they write institute of career advancement. What is the difference in meaning grammatically, I'm asking? See, for indicates purpose. Of means belongs to. This is the difference. Number 8 then. The rainfall dash India varies dash place to place and also from year dash year.
The rainfall in India varies from place to place, also from year to year.
Yeah, so the correct answer is option C. For number 8, the correct answer is option C. So for 7, the option was C, right? 8 also C. So rainfall in India, in when we use a place, we use in.
Not always.
Not always. Let's discuss. So if our address is Malarmat, then it is at Malarmat.
Small place.
Okay. Small place may at or bada place may in. Correct? Very good. But now my question is this. This being correct, the plane landed dash Agartala. What would be the answer? So let me write the sentence. The plane landed dash Agartala. We are discussing this in the context of the fact that we use in for big place. Am I correct? This was the discussion previously. And at for relatively, comparatively smaller place. So bigger place, smaller place. But the plane landed dash Agartala. Now Agartala is a city. But the correct answer in this case would be at. The question is why? The answer is very simple. You see, if this were Kolkata, considered to be an abstract painting like thing, and this being Agartala, and the plane travels from here to here, so in comparison with the distance that the plane travels, Agartala just becomes a dot on the map. Therefore, comparatively, it is smaller. Therefore, we use at. This is how you remember. Okay, let's move on to next one, number 9. Men have made ships that can sail, dash the sea, and fly, dash the air.
On the sea and flying in the air.
Yeah, for the people who are online, I'll repeat the sentence because it's difficult to take out the note and see at the same time. Men have made ships that can sail, dash the sea, and fly, dash the air. The correct answer for question number 9 would be option B for Bombay. Isn't it? So, what will happen to a submarine? What do we write? How do we express? What preposition do we use? In the water? Underwater. So, reference to context, for a submarine, it travels underwater. So, we use in the water when we generally try to express as somebody moved inside a water body, may it be a lake or a pond. So, he jumped into or in. He started swimming. He walked into the lake and then started swimming, or he jumped into the lake and started swimming. So in. Number 10. The shopkeeper deals dash grain, but did not deal honestly dash me.
Deals in grain, but did not deal honestly with me.
Correct answer. Number 10. The shopkeeper deals in grain, means he's doing business in grain. Grain means wheat, rice, etc. Bajra, millets, etc. But did not deal honestly with me. So honestly with me. He was not honest with me because it's concerned with people. You see, it's with. Next one, number 11. There was no agreement, dash the great powers, dash a treaty to ban nuclear weapons.
Among the great powers, all which one treaty to ban nuclear weapons.
So, I am asking among the options, in option A, number 11, in option A, if we change the option like this, between and instead of the other preposition which is about, we use on. And in option B, we have among, and on. Now, which one shall we choose? So, question is why?
Because between is used when two entities are involved.
Yes, between is used when two entities are there, when there are two people, two things. But if there are more than two, then it is among. Now, in this case, where is it written that the powers are more than two or two? It's not written. So, it's unclear. In such cases, where it is unclear, we are not clear about the number, we will take it to be plural, and in general, we'll say among, because we'll consider it to be more than two. Because if it were two, then it would probably would be written. This is our assumption. This is how we approach competitive exam, written English. Good. Next one. Acha, now another aspect, we're coming back to the same question. There was no agreement among the great powers dash a treaty. So we say on a treaty. Why not or? My question is, what to change in the sentence so that I can use, instead of on, I can use about.
So about
My question was, there are two fill in the blanks. The second one, the great powers के बाद जो डैश है उसमें अगर हम on के जगह if we use about, then what change needs to be done in the sentence so that about becomes the correct choice?
about banning um, about banning the treaty of nuclear.
Yes, about banning a treaty. Are you sure? I said yes just for effect.
I'm not sure.
I'm giving time for the people who are online. It's sometimes difficult, to think and see, to refer, etc. We will see if we say banning, then also on will prevail. But if we say, if we talk about a particular clause in that treaty, which means agreement, which is basically a document, then we can use about. About a clause. Okay? Good. Let's move on. Number 12. The problem dash housing dash India is a complex one.
So of housing in India.
Correct answer is option B for Bombay. It is very easy. 12. The correct answer is B for Bombay. Let's move on to the next one. Number 13. I must hold discussions dash you. I must hold discussions dash you dash that matter. Is it? On that matter shortly. Yeah, discussions with you on that matter shortly. Which is option B for Bombay. So let's go to the next one. So have we covered subject verb agreement? Wherein if we say we start a sentence, we just write a very simple sentence. Rama goes to school. In this sentence, where is the verb? Which word is the verb? Goes. Goes. This is the verb. What is the subject of this verb? Rama. So Rama answered the questions. Who goes? When we ask a question, who or what to the verb. When we ask the question, who or what to the verb, the answer of the question will give us the subject. This we have covered. No, you have done this. You have had this class. Okay. And the subject of a verb will have to be what? Which part of speech? The subject of a verb will be which part of speech? Noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb, verb, preposition. Only noun? Will be noun or pronoun. Because if we write, he goes to school, that is also correct grammatically. So in this sentence, what we observe is that the subject of the verb comes before the verb. Can we agree that most of the sentences in English that we use are of similar pattern, wherein the subject of the verb, which may be a noun or a pronoun, comes before the verb? Now let's observe this question, this sentence, number 14. Number 14 starts with what? Does it start with a subject of a verb, which is generally a noun or a pronoun? No, it starts with a preposition. So my question is, where is the subject? What is the verb and where is the subject of the verb in this sentence? Monkey is the subject, sad is the verb. Incorrect.
Making faces is the verb.
Making faces is the verb. Okay. So ponder on it. It will give you a lot of learning. In exam, this kind of question, they will not ask which among, they'll give you a sentence, they'll not ask what is the verb, identify the verb. This kind of question is not going to come. But this is to increase your knowledge, your expertise. In sentence correction, and sentence correction means you are given a sentence and the sentence is divided into parts A, B, C and D is no error, something like that. In these kinds of sentence correction questions, Your fundamental expertise lies in the fact whether you can identify the subject, whether you can identify parts of speech. If you can identify parts of speech well, you'll be able to become a master in this game. Sentence correction. We'll also sometimes practice identifying parts of speech. So 14 we answered, no? It is the correct answer for 14 is option A, which is yes, on the topmost something something branch of a tree sat a monkey making faces at us. This being the at being the second preposition. 15 number. He is laboring dash a misapprehension. After comma, but laboring dash a cause. This sentence again is typical in nature because laboring is used twice. Though the spelling doesn't match, but it should match. It's a spelling typing mistake. Yes, yes. In American English, they don't use the U in these cases, but in British English, which we are still officially using somehow, we use the U. He is laboring dash. Now, first thing is, what is the meaning of this first laboring? Yeah, to work hard, to struggle. And what is this misapprehension? Apprehension means fear, misapprehension means well tried. Misapprehension means fear. Same as apprehension. Same. Misapprehension means fear. Fear which we may not the true cause of that which we are probably unable to identify like that. So meaning is same. Literal meaning is same. So here, this what is the meaning of this laboring? The question. The answer is this laboring means struggling. It can also mean hard work actually, but here there is no hard work in fear. But yeah, but laboring dash a cause. So let me write the sentence. So this would be for. This means what? Doing hard work for a cause. Cause means purpose. Next one. So the correct answer for number 15 is option A for apple. Yes. I am annoyed dash him dash what he has done to me. Yes, the correct answer for question number 16, and let me write it down a little because for people who are online, it sometimes is a little difficult. I'll just come in a while. No? I am annoyed. I was about to write that, no, when the call came. I was annoyed, dash him, dash what he has done. He has done to me. I am annoyed with him for what he has done to me. Okay, this is simple. Doesn't need much explanation, so I'm moving on to the next one. Number 17, you must apologize, dash him, dash the wrong you have done.
To for the wrong.
You must apologize, dash him. Am I writing the answer? Oh, no problem. Are we out of time, ma'am?
Now it's 5:15.
Then we are going to close for today. Okay. So the correct answer here is option C, apologize to. Acha, my question, relevant question. So the story is like this. To give you the example, let me give you a background story. Let's finish on the high. So one boy went to his girlfriend's house when her parents were not there. Then the boy asks, so the girl asks, what would you prefer, me or coffee? My question is, my question is, which preposition to use with prefer? Correct answer. So you prefer tea to coffee? Yes. Okay, we close with that on that note.
And it looks and use the mouse. Stop screen. Use the mouse.